Two entities are destroyed. What the fuck? Ah, shit. Oh, buddy. This is how it always happens. Take a step forward. In the meantime, you take 3 steps back. Because the biters come and destroy your shit. Andy says my sleep schedule needs to be fixed somehow. What's your sleep schedule right now, Andy? What's it look like? Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. One of these belts moves this direction. That one. I'm blue. All these biters can S my D. Okay. Indy's. Oh shit. Indy says it's so messed up. I don't have one at all, so it doesn't really look like anything. What's the shit? What's the timing you'd like though? What's the sleep schedule that you'd like? What are we building towards? We can do this, Andy. We can fix your sleep schedule. I fixed worse problems than your sleep schedule before. How much worse? Not a lot worse. I fixed mine a couple times. That's basically it. Okay, so I think we need a bunch of those. Okay, that should bring back power. To a degree. No, also that one missing. Wake up around 9 to 12, sleep around 12 to 3. Okay. So you're saying wake up around 9 in the morning or 12 in the morning, like noon, sleep around midnight or 3 a.m. I think that's, as an ideal schedule, I think that's great. Yeah, that's vaguely what I'm on. For sure. So, do you have any melatonin? Has melatonin ever worked for you before? I've had good luck with melatonin. Specifically, I've had, when my sleep schedule is at its most fucked, what I'll do is take 2 melatonin at like 9 p.m. It's flexible due to online class. Yeah, for sure. No. And honestly, what I was sitting here thinking, Andy, is like, mine varies between about 10 p.m. at night and about 1 in the morning. So it's very similar. Going to bed and then waking up around 7 to 9 or 10, you know? Oh, nice. In that case, that will work even better. So, what I recommend is like, to me, physical activity is a big part of this. So you got to find a way to do that, first off. But, I don't know if physical activity is already part of your, I sound like a doctor. I'm prescribing stuff. Part of your regimen. But if I've had any physical activity at any point in the day before 8 p.m., and then I also take, my melatonin at like 10 p.m. I'm asleep by 11, you know? I have severe lack of control. Yeah. Like lack of self-control kind of thing. Is that what you're talking about? I think let me just walk you through what I'm learning. Like for me, like what I'm learning for me is I can sleep really well if I've had any physical activity, even if it's just walking the dogs at this point. Most of the time I run, but if it's just walking the dogs and I take my melatonin at like 9 p.m., that night I can fall asleep at 10. If I don't do those things, which I pretty often don't do both of those things, I'll miss one or miss the other, then it's kind of a crapshoot, and I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen. But on the nights when I'm like trying to fix it, if I take both of those, then I'm all right. Okay, let me see here. We have a backup. Blue, abadi, abada, abadi. Do one of those. Andy says, I think that's the key. 2 things. Need to start working out and stay off electronics before bed. I'll be honest. That one I'm terrible at. I'm really fucking terrible at that one, Andy. I watch YouTube in bed almost every single night. And most of the time, I fall asleep to it. Which is... It's fine that it works out, but it's probably not the... Probably not the ideal solution is to... your way of avoiding electronics before bed is to fall asleep to electronics. But... How do you feel about coffee? Because me drinking coffee is a big part of this. When do you drink your coffee? I have coffee every single day, but I only have it, I have it before like 10 a.m. and then I don't drink it anymore after that. In fact, sometimes I'll have more caffeine later in like another kind of drink, but mostly not. I like how you said, I need to start working out because I stopped after I got into college. I sort of went on a victory run. That's so great. Okay, so we got to keep this building now. I'm getting stuck on stuff. Got those. Build some low density structures. Copper on the first one. And then plastic and steel. There. I drink coffee whenever I feel like. I need a boost of energy. Oh, okay. I also drink a lot more than you with friends and all because I'm 19. Oh yeah, 100%. Okay, so I think here's the thing I think a lot of people get in trouble with on coffee. And then please recognize that this is coming from a person who knows literally nothing about what he's talking about. Take all of this with a big grain of salt. Here's where I think a lot of people get in trouble with coffee. Is that to me, coffee only really works if it's a regularly timed addition to a regularly timed solution, quote unquote, to energy levels. And by that I mean like I know some people who take it like 4 times a day. Like they drink coffee at 4 different times a day, but it's the same 4 times every day. And it's like when I feel tired first thing in the morning, when I get to the office, first thing in the afternoon, you know. I think that's actually more. It's probably less healthy, but I think it's probably more successful than drinking it at different times of the day because. To me, it just like everything's whacked up with your body chemistry when you take it just like as needed, you know? Caffeine stays in your system for 12 hours ish. So if you drink it anytime after the morning, then you're going to have trouble sleeping. Yeah. And also, I mean, also though, like I will say, intake for any things like this, like alcohol, beer, you know, any of these things, coffee, things that play with your bodily chemistry are highly dependent, highly various human to human. So partially it has to be what works for you, but to me it's all about, especially with coffee, it's all about even if you drink a bunch, you got to drink it at the same time every day so that because then what you start doing is if you drink it at the same times every day, the lows that happen outside of those normal times of day start to be a thing that you can either solve with sleep or solve with naps or solve or change with eating or with sleeping. Like I think a lot of times when people are using coffee any time of the day, it's the band-aid that does everything, you know? Like it's the band-aid you stick on all of your open wounds when it's like a lot of those wounds would probably be better solved by other things. This is coming from a person who knows literally nothing about what he's talking about. Nothing. I actually want to bring these the other way. Like I drink coffee because I like the habit of doing it, and to me it solves one. It's a band-aid for one low energy part of the day, which is my morning when I'm like I kind of need to. I need a jump start. You can't jump start all the time, obviously. Andy says, when I was depressed, I was practically an alcoholic. Yeah. I've been both. When I was depressed, I've been like coffee constantly to try and get me out of that. And I've been like beers constantly, you know? For sure, for sure. I don't know, it's tough. I think too, like, it's one of those things which I understand completely. Humans are always looking for a better solution, a way to like hack the system. There's nothing wrong with that instinct, I think. I think like many things, kind of your easier solutions are your better ones. Like things like exercise almost just have to be a part of the equation or else there's no real good solution to the equation at all. That kind of thing. Processing units. Let's make some of those. Make some processing units. Okay. These I do not remember. Which can be really tough. The other thing I love about, speaking of like routines though, is one of the things I love about, this could be tough, about exercise is it's also one of those like do it at the same time every day and your life gets a lot easier type of things. It can be so hard to start a habit, but now I just sound like every corny self-help guru ever, but it can be really hard to start a habit, but once you're there, then you're set. But and it might be, Andy, that you can just kind of get away with it for now, you know? There's nothing wrong with that, you know? So long as you're also like, so long as your general levels of happiness are all right, then I say you're probably okay. If it's not all right, if your general levels of happiness are suffering, the first place I would look is this type of stuff, the basics of happiness, like of health and happiness. Like, oh shit, we are like out of power. I could go throw down a bunch more accumulators and stuff. I guess let's do that as a way to get us through. Shit. Alright, let's do it. Let's go add some more solar. And he says, I feel like my levels of happiness are all right. I find that alcohol really gets me depressed. Does the same thing happen for you with alcohol? Yeah, for sure. So here's the thing, actually. It's not even that alcohol depresses me, although it does. At this point, I basically drink one beer once a week, sometimes less than that, sometimes like once every 2 weeks. Honestly, mostly once every 2 weeks. Once a month. And that's basically all I have for alcohol. And the reasons for that are a couple fold. I have some history of addictive personalities in my family, and specifically, shit. Where is that? It's directly up. What the fuck? Ah, piss. We're gonna have to fix spiders soon again. I have like histories of alcohol dependency, like addiction, and don't want to fuck with it because it's been like really terrible for a lot of members of my family, and there's that. Motherfuckers. Stupid biters. Are they still here? Oh, they're still here. Oh my god, yeah, they are. Damn. Stinky says, I average 4 days a week, helps me sleep, but also a depressant. Yeah. Probably 9 to 10 drinks, Andy. Yeah, I mean, as always, like, humans are different, wildly different. For me, this is how it works for me. I have a beer in the evening, and I feel sleepy, and I feel dehydrated, and I feel yucky, and I don't sleep as well, and etc. And that's how it works for me. That was a different one, actually. That needs to be that one. For other people, it works very differently, obviously. But yeah, I don't do great with beer. I've had major depressive tendencies and have been massively depressed in the past, and so that's just like a thing I don't fuck with, and I have no trouble sleeping right now, so I don't kind of have to worry about it. But people are very different, and they come to these things from very different places. I don't know. Yeah, I'm also very happy to be a lightweight because it means when I'm set on having a good time, like in 2 weekends, 10 days at our wedding, I'm going to have a great time on probably 2 beers on Friday night, which is our wedding night, and 2 beers on Saturday night, which is our like celebration night. And that will most likely be all of the alcohol I have. And I'll still probably feel like a little bit of shit on Sunday. I may have less. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past me to have 0 beers on our wedding night, 0 beers the day afterwards. Be just fine. So that's just kind of how it be for me. Dude, these biters can go actually fuck themselves. Excuse me. Grab that one. It's also kind of like, I heard the joke once, and it's not a great joke. It's a pretty terrible joke, actually, the more I think about it. Being a lightweight is certainly cheaper, indeed. It's kind of a terrible joke the more I think about it, but I heard a joke once that college is all about getting to know yourself. Specifically getting to know how much alcohol you can take, how much alcohol it takes to make you happy. And I think that joke is obviously kind of terrible in a lot of ways, and also, there's some truth to the fact that, like, generally, probably, college is when a lot of people figure that out. I'm not sure they stick to it. I'm not sure they, like, honor what they have learned. I think most of them, in fact, probably do not heed the advice that their body gives them in college about what they can or can't take. But it's the time that they're experimenting with it, at least. Okay, I think we fixed all that. We got a couple turrets here. Let's go do a bunch of solar power. You know what's interesting is you might know this, Ryan. America, you drink occasionally, but more on the times you do. You drink occasionally, but when you do, you drink harder. But in Eastern and Western Europe, they drink every day, but much less. Like 2 drinks a day. That is very interesting. I mean, I think America too has a lot of problems with, like, we have a binge drinking culture. What I was just talking about, we have a binge drinking culture, which I think causes a lot of problems for us. I think that's part of it. Like a binge drinking, as in like when you drink, yeah, it's to black out, kind of thing. Okay. Let's just throw down a literal shit ton of solar panels. It was such a culture shock to see people drink for lunch. But everyone does it in France. And I think it's not bad if you don't overdo it. I mean, moderation, right? Yeah. I don't know, too. I think, like, at that stage, there's probably less, like, romanticization of what you're doing when it's a regular occurrence. I'm sure that's part of it. I don't know. It's weird, too. I've never really I don't know. I'm not the best, I sometimes am less thoughtful about this than I probably should be, too. In general, like, about drinking and people who drink and, for fun or recreation, or like it's just kind of never, I've done it at times, but it's kind of never been me, like an interest of mine. I don't know that I necessarily oh shit, like really dig into understanding why other people do. The idea of like getting away with stupid shit you did while drunk doesn't exist in France. In America, you can just say you were drunk and forget about the stupid shit. You do, but not in France. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's tough. I feel like too, like I don't know. I've had plenty of friends who, like good college kids, you know, I'm trying to think how to word this. Like, I've had friends, and family, and lots of family, be addicted to different things. And I've seen arguments that some of them are better or worse for you, or less bad addictions versus other ones. I just generally am like, I kind of tend to not buy that. I think like addictions are both partially the thing you're addicted to and also partially and I would maybe even mostly the cycle of habit and pattern and action that you can't get out of. And that is the scary part, more so a lot of times than the thing itself. Same over here in Wales. Do something stupid while drunk and have your buddies and friends take delight in reminding you of it. Yeah, sneaky. I can understand that for sure. I was just telling, yeah. That's the other thing too, is like, I think, I don't know, we, living in the Midwest too, our, obviously, the newest version of this addiction conversation is a sad one about like opioids. Yeah. Addiction's so not easy. So not easy. I don't know. And the problem with one of the things that's interesting about it is that you can talk about it and also you can talk about it for hours and not ever really say anything helpful or useful too, you know? I don't know. Bit of a wicked... Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's tough. I like, especially for family, because that's what most of my experience is in. Like, it's just really, really tough, but also so very freaking necessary to love people through the wicked up and downs of people of struggling with addiction or yeah. Duck, what's up? Less serious question, only a little bit. Where are the robots? We're working on it. We're working on it. We're getting there. I have to get some power, and then I have to get yellow. We actually have robots built. They're just not doing anything currently. So I gotta build some stuff before I can use them. I want to build the logistics things. Oh shit. Although I could probably, I think I have construction robots. I could probably get this working right now. When I go back to the base in approximately 30 seconds, I will check on that duck and answer it for you. Motherfucking biters. No, fuck you. I'm finishing this first and then I'll go deal with your ass. I don't know, the other major problem, real quick, before we end this conversation about and move on to something else. Oh shit, I blocked myself in. About addiction is the massive, what's that word? Like the way people with addictions can be looked down upon. What's that word? Like stigmatization of, it's bad, it's tough, really tough. Good family member. These motherfuckers. So where'd they come from? Oh, they're those. They're those and they wandered over. For sure. Okay. I had a really good family member who said one of the toughest things of who's now clean, but one of the toughest things of getting clean was getting past the sort of like shit treatment of trying to admit that he was addicted to something was really tough, mostly because of how he felt he'd be treated. Duck says, I just stopped drinking. Found it more interesting, fulfilling not to drink. I can still have a drink, but I don't go somewhere just to get a drink or to get drunk. Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. Like, of the people who drink, I think sometimes to make life seem more interesting. Like, that's the thing where I grew up, is like the kind of drinking to make life seem more interesting than it actually is. I've never found life to actually be more interesting when drunk, or even really tipsy for that matter. But yeah, I don't know. That's tough though, because I understand that desire a lot too. Okay. We're once again asking for your support. We're once again in this situation where motherfucking we have to go kill biters while we also have to go solve some other problems, while we also have to fix the robots. Okay, a couple things. Personal battery. Where do I get a personal battery system? I can actually get power armor now, by the way. And he says, my girlfriend used to drink socially, but just stopped drinking for months now just because she doesn't want to. No history of depression or substance abuse, no nicotine or anything. Girlfriend is the better part of every relationship. If they aren't, something is wrong. We were talking today in Discord about how men just tend to be shit. Yeah. That's kind of what we... It's not like every man I know is shit, but like... You know? Okay, what was I gonna do? I was gonna build these, I think. Also, can I build... We're getting some power armor. Okay. I wonder if nowadays see something like addiction to news or other type of harmful consumption as an actual addiction. Seen a lot of people fall down the rabbit hole of radical belief as a response to personal depression or loneliness. I guess that has more to do with it. Dude, Duck, I like addiction to entertainment. Yeah. I mean, I think we're not anywhere close to understanding as much as we need to about how that works. Not even. I mean, and I don't feel like that's a terribly like astute statement either. I think we're all probably, I think most of us are pretty aware of the fact that like we don't know as much as we probably need to know about what's happening with addiction to entertainment. Shit, how am I supposed to do this? Fuck. That'll do it. Okay, well. Do that. Tub, what's up, man? Tub walks into the chat saying things like fornication, and that's why. Californication? Oh, dude, big fan. That's why we love Tub. Tub, how are you? Just waking up. Tub's just waking up. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. I just have to tell you that. I don't know, Andy. I think that's tough. I don't know a ton about the situation you're talking about with those specific instances, but I think that's tough. And the thing that's tough about it is that we've been through a long period of repressive like forces around those things, around sexuality and around that. And so I think we're definitely currently in. I'm not super interested in having this out because I just don't know enough about it to have a really great conversation about it. But like, shit, that one should be red. But I think we're just kind of partially in the swing away from the repression of so much of that stuff. And I think a lot of times that can look like something it's not. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Probably doesn't. Didn't say it terribly astutely. But we've also just always been a little bit scared to talk about. No, I don't know that that's true. Yeah. I'm gonna shut up on things I don't know a ton about because I have a tendency to just talk around them and not help anyone or not make a lot of sense. Tab says, I was sleeping peacefully, then my phone rings. My phone never rings, so I take it very seriously. Take your phone out and have a hard conversation with it about why it needs to stop ringing. Wrong button. No, yeah, and I'm down for serious convos, Andy. I just I'm much more down for serious convos I have some confidence I know anything about, and that's one I don't. And that's how I feel about that. Not that it's too serious, just that yeah, I just don't know enough about that one. Like, yeah. There's times where basically what I'm saying is I'd be worried that we would be having an unproductive conversation rather than a productive one because I know so little on topics like that one. There's times when having the conversation is hella productive. People are always like, talk more about mental health, talk more about mental health. And I'm like, first off, yes, I hear you, I see you, I think you're right. We should talk more about mental health. Also, maybe some of the people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about should probably not talk more about mental health. I am all for talking more about mental health. Also, maybe that means have the right conversations more and less of the terrible ones. Tub says, I said, hello. Hello, sir. I'm calling on behalf of this phone provider. Famous. Or Essing D. Tub says, I just hung up. I just hung up. You know what, Tub? I think you were in your right mind to just hang up. I think that was the right play. I built this with too little room. Eventually, I'm gonna need more of this stuff, and I built this with not enough room. It's fine. Should have built more space over here. I'm guessing he didn't. I'm guessing what happened, Andy, is that the second part of that was summarized rather than actual. Okay. Let's keep cranking. I'm gonna do a couple more of these. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10. Tub, what do you got going on today, man? Anything exciting? I think this is gonna be. By the way, I didn't tell you guys this. I think this is gonna be a longer stream. I think we're gonna play Factorio a little bit longer than a normal lunch stream. I have time. I love it when people say I can't be arsed. Here's the problem I just realized. This takes 20 electronical units. There's no way it's going to be able to support 10. We'll set it up anyways. Oh, we are out of those. Okay, we need to go restock here in a second. Okay, let's do that. Andy says, I feel like the millennials were one of the more successful generations in recent years, and mine is shaping up to be terrible. No way? Dude, I haven't felt quite that way about your generation. But also generation talks are so... It's so tough, because like, they're also cyclical, generation talk. And I never know what to think. I'm like, is that true? I don't know. Let's see. Indy, are you Gen Z? You're Gen Z, right? Is that what they'd call you? Is that what you'd call yourself? Tub says, a beautiful thought. The world is too big to talk about generations. It's a beautiful thought. I have that What's Poppin' song by Jack Harlow stuck in my head right now. Anybody? What's poppin'? Don't mind me, just watching. Todd, that's kind of how I feel. Like, what I struggle with on topics of like this generation versus that generation is that it's just like, I don't feel like you hardly ever get to any level of like solidity on any of your claims, because it's just the world is big, people are complex, generations are made up anyways, like, and we're all self-reflexively doing it too. I will say one of the beauties of like the generation talk is that it makes it we're all consuming it all the time and reflecting on it. And that's what I think is really interesting about generation talk, is that like it includes the people who are happy to be X. Oh shit, I just picked up the wrong thing. Piss. Where's that go? There it is. It includes the people who are happy to be included in that category, and those who are very much not happy to be included in that category, you know? The Zoomers, that's right. The Zoomers. Gen Z Zoomers. But you know what the world is not too big to talk about? Ryan's lack of red circuit. Also, the entire generational thing is dumb. Like, there is so much wiggle room between them that you can be in two at once. Okay, so here's my hot take. Generational talk is the zodiac sign of non-zodiac zodiac sign believers. That's how I feel about generation talk. I'll be honest with you. I think it bears similar response. Like some similar aspects to it. That one? Okay. There. All right, cool. Oh my god, we're Iron Man now. We're Iron Man now, bitches. I mean, I think the other thing too is that like generation talk can be productive, just like so many other types of talk. Mark II. Interesting. I think it might be time to get our power. Duck's over here like, get more red circuits, get more red circuits. I'm over here like, bitch, I could make some power armor, you know? Do I have a robot port in there? I do. I now can have 10 construction robots with me. I carry my robots with me. Construction. I got 8. I got 10. You ready for this? You ready for this? I don't have any power. Oh, shit. They did it. Oh, piss. Never mind. That was dumb. And now these robots are going to die because they don't have enough. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, the good news, Tub, is that, like, generational talk, I think, is really hard to have successfully, but a lot of times it can spur good conversations, you know? Andy, I hear you. Okay, so Andy said, I disagree with you, Ryan. It's only stupid if you look at it from a certain perspective. But you look at it from the perspective of the kind of people that are generated while a group of people are going through adolescence. It can and is useful. It can be and is useful to be categorized. Here's the thing, though. I hear that, and I think that it has some use, like almost anything. Like, I think the way it has use is we'll always talk about the difference between... We'll always wonder and wonder at and talk about the difference between people who remember 9/11 and those who don't. The difference between those who were adults when 9/11 happened and those who couldn't or who weren't, or those who went through get under your desk trainings because of the Cold War or that type of thing. I understand, and like the advent of TikTok, you know, makes sense as a version of that, etc. The thing is, though. And the thing that complicates this unnecessarily, or complicates this to a point that I think we lose more, or we are in danger of losing more by talking about it than we are by gaining from it, is that humans are reading the story we're writing about ourselves all the time. Like, if you're telling a story about Gen Z is reading that story and reacting to it. This is one of the beauties of us. This is what makes it so tough to say, this is a story that makes sense and is locked in stone because we're reacting. Oh my god. Robots, Duck. Robots. The other thing too is that, like, it is with such broad strokes that I don't know that you can ever really say anything of any accuracy. Of accuracy and also importance, you know? I think they're slow bots. All right, Duck. Just because you've had a hard day, I'm going to let that slide. But I'm building stuff with robots. It's happening. I think that the struggle is, I'm sure you could say some accurate things using generational talk to do it. I'm sure you could also say some important things. I don't know that the combination of those two could happen very successfully. And that's mostly, in my mind, more about how complex humans are than it is about how unhelpful generations are. I think generations are helpful, but it's like any of the other, to me, it's like any of the other ways we find to, yeah, these robots are really not useful, to like lump sum humans. They fall apart really quickly the minute you look at any of the details. And that doesn't mean that it's not useful to do it, but a necessary part of the conversation has to be the contextualizing, if that makes sense. Tubb says he's still angry at the phone call. Andy says it is almost factual that a given group of people raised within a 10 to 15 year period have certain characteristics, and the discussion is about whether those characteristics or tendencies are good or bad or anything in between. I don't know that that's factual, though. I don't know that that's factual. Okay. Like, to me, what has always been more true, are they providing, they're providing wood to this guy. They're going ham here. They're filling this guy up with wood. Good stuff. To me, what is like the most true statement about humans ever has always been that they defy categorization. Like, and that the individual human is so much more than any of the characteristics you can say to apply to her. And I think that's what we're saying here, is that like I'm a fan of like sociology, anthropology, you know, like those ologies are useful and good. And I think that in that way, generational talk can be useful. But I think also it's kind of like saying, I need to go pick up a lot more resources. Just so long as we're not like bringing a sociology hammer to a construction project that needs a different kind of wrench, you know, like a certain kind of wrench. I unhooked the power right there. That was fun. I think that's all we're saying. I think we're just saying that like it can be useful. I don't think it can be the end all be all. I hope I'm making sense. I'm probably not. This is super interesting to talk about though. Super interesting. I'm super fascinated by this stuff. What we're basically talking about is like, what good is sociology at all, and what can and can't it answer? Which is hella interesting. I need to make a bunch of these. Okay, I gotta fill up on stuff real quick. I'm gonna read your comments, I swear. This is big brain Twitch stream today because being damaged. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm trying to big brain Factorio and also have great deep conversations. Andy, okay, so let's see. Andy said, I feel like if we don't categorize them at all, it's less accurate than if we do make some attempts to categorize them. That might be true. I mean, I also subscribe to the like, it's better to not say the shit that's wrong than to it's better to say nothing at all than to say the shit that's wrong, you know? Am I stuck? Oh my god, I got out. Whew. But to counteract that, like I do think it's really useful to I think it's super I think I'd rather somebody inspire a conversation about this stuff than not, you know? Which is kind of what we're saying. Okay, I get it. Okay, give me like 3 minutes to talk through what we have to do here, because I have got to think about what we need to fix next. We need to make yellow science. Yellow science will solve a lot of problems for us. We're very close to doing it. Let's set up yellow science. These are our goals. Oh shit, look at these biters. Our goals are yellow science. And then we take out biters. Yellow science, take out biters. Okay. Chat, remind me of that in a minute. Yellow science, take out biters. One entity is destroyed. Where? At our copper mine. Oh, fuck. Okay, take out biters is now our main goal. I take everything back. Take out biters is now our main goal. Oh, buddy. You know, the other beautiful thing about humans too, right? Is that, and language and thought and all of those things, is that, first off, we need to, oh shit, we need to do this. Is the train there? The train's not there. Okay, we're gonna take the train and go there. Is that it can be both at once. Hey Colin, what's up, man? Is that categorization can be both useful and artificial at once. You know? Language can be both useful and also artificial at once. These are like, this is what it means to be human, is to have major qualms about saying, ah, shit. So what's fucked up here? Did they destroy some track? What's not right? I don't know, something's messed up there. is to have major qualms about trying to say something that maybe feels true but isn't quite there yet, and you know, to be afraid, you know, to worry that you're doing more damage by saying something untrue than by saying anything at all. Does that make sense? Colin says, I just exploded a spider with a Nerf gun. You're having a very interesting day. That sounds awesome. Did you have fun? Is the spider dead? I have so many questions. Okay, do that. Let's throw a bunch of these around here. Make sure each one has 20, and we'll go from there. Colin says, oh yeah, the spider is for sure dead. It was a big-ass garden spider outside near my tomato plants. It had to go. It had to go. And you said bye, bitch. That was the most complicated way to do that, I'm sure. Okay, I think we may have fucked something up with our train signal, by the way. I have to go take a look at that. It legit exploded. Spiders are everywhere. Oh my god, look at our bots. Our bots are too tired. Look at these bots. Slow bots. Tired bots. So tired. Andy, people will definitely ascribe power to that story. Yeah. That's what you're talking about, is a story of when people... A story people tell themselves about why they are who they are because of when they were born, where they were born. It's one of those stories, for sure. Sorry, Duck. We'll see you soon. I hope you feel better, man. Have a great day. Alright, let's do this. If we do that... That does it. Let's do it this way. Let's do that. Oh, shit. Oh, buddy. All right. I think we can remove that one. I think we just have to put one of these at the end of every one, right? Nope. Yeah. I think it's one at the end and one also here to split them up, right? Nope. Andy, I think we can all agree that there's some yeah. I think we're disagreeing on different things here. I think we're disagreeing on different things. All right. I need to grab a drink. I will be right back. I'm going to grab a drink, and I'll be back in about 2 seconds. I'm going to pause so that we don't die to some biters. Colin says, I get rid of bugs with Nerf guns. What are we talking about? Colin, what do you got going on tonight? Do you have any classes for the rest of the day? I'll be right back. Gonna grab a drink. All right. All right. All right, 1 second. Sorry, I gotta answer a text message about the wedding. Okay, back into it. Con says I have classes, but I'll be done with them soon. What's up? No, I was just asking. Nice. Sounds like a good day. Excited for the weekend? Andy, I think the way to talk about it is, so Andy, I agree with almost everything you're saying. Like, yeah, and I think we're not disagreeing on that. Again, I think we're talking about different things here. So, I think what I'm talking about more is like, you know, do you have that older person in your life who, or younger person? Actually, I have both, who will write on Facebook that they're, will write on Facebook those long posts about how, something they've learned about themselves is so-and-so, X and Y, trait that they have, and probably the reason for that is that they were born in 1992, so that's probably a big reason for it. I think that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, like, of course, like, I've worked in marketing where you do a lot of the sort of, like, broad stroke, you can assume based on the age of somebody and all of the broad stroke data, where they live, all of the things, what politics they follow, you know, or subscribe to, all of those things. I think you can make so many useful broad strokes about people that way. What I'm saying is, on a personal note, when you read the, like, when an individual ascribes a certain part of their own personality to when they were born, or any of those broad stroke things. Well, I did grow up in Indiana. Turns out, very diverse people have grown up in Indiana, and that means, well, I grew up in Indiana means so much less than some of the other things you could say. And I think that's all we're talking about here. I think we're just saying there's different uses for that. I think that's it. All right. So we have to take care of some biters. And I think that has to be our priority. Like, it has to be priority number 1. So we have not a lot of ammo. Let's go get some ammo and then just go poop on some kids. Megan is bored at work. And she hates being bored at work. And I'm like, dude, I'd be happy to be bored at work. I think I'm talking more on the, like, almost treating those trends as like a religion you personally subscribe to sort of thing, you know, Andy? Like what I'm less interested in is, and it's maybe even the reason, you know, like maybe even the reason I hold some of the beliefs that I have, probably a big part of the reason that I hold a lot of the beliefs that I have, or the patterns of habit or purchasing or, you know, voting or et cetera, are because of when I was born and where I was born and all of those things. I think what's disingenuous is when humans a lot of times themselves... Dude, what is going on with these trains? Why is this light red? Is when humans kind of, as individuals, think that that's the whole story, you know? So why is this red? It's because I don't have one here? So I do have to have one? Because now this is all blue. It is. That's what it is. Okay, so I have to have one. This is so fucking difficult. But that whole thing is 1. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Tell Meg Happy Meg Day. I can tell her that. Happy Meg Day. I feel like there's no diversity in Kentucky. Everyone's the same. I will say, Con, it's not true. Probably much less diverse than most places, but yeah. There's always some diversity. Always some diversity of something. Chat says happy birthday. And also just like, I think in that situation, Andy, it's like, it's more powerful to admit that you don't know why the full story is the way that it is as an individual that way than it is to say, I know why it is, and it's this reason. And that's the, you know, it like that prescribes a simplicity that isn't there. I don't know that we can do any more science. So we got to go kill some biters. I'm going to enjoy the shit out of killing biters. So let's do that. I didn't say happy birthday. I said happy Meg Day. Well, I told her happy B-Day. This is so interesting, though. Andy says, what does Meg do for work? I'm kind of surprised I never wondered this before. Megan is a physician assistant, aka a badass boss. Physician assistant, if you don't know, is a... in the healthcare hierarchy, which does not exist, and I just made up in my mind, that is people who work and take care of patients. There's doctor, has to go to an MD, residency, 12 years of school, whatever. Nurse practitioner, and right around the nurse practitioner level is also physician assistant. And then in terms of it takes a little bit less schooling, etc., is nurse. So yeah, sometimes we get people in. I don't know. Andy probably already knows what a. Fuck. Oh, the biters be bad. Andy probably already knows what a physician assistant is. A lot of people from other countries don't, so I try and explain it every time I talk about it. Especially because, like, this will probably go up on YouTube. Yeah! Leave my turret alone. I'm dead. Oh, we dodged it. Oh, we barely dodged it. Oh, I'm so sorry, turret, but you're dead. Oh, you are fucking dead, boy. Oh, dead. Meg is a freaking hero, basically. Always was, but more recognized as one. Did you know Weezer wrote a song about medical experts called Hero? I did not know that. Interesting. No, I didn't know that. Yeah, Meg's definitely a hero. Colin says, I just got an ad. What did you say? I clicked off. First off, fuck Twitch for adding ads that creators can't control. That blows so much. I'm so sorry you got an ad. What I was just saying is, it might surprise you to find some diversity in Kentucky. I'm sure there's less diversity there than a lot of other places, but you never know, man. There's always something crazy going on. There's always somebody who's doing things a little different. Fucking biters, bro. A Weezer song about medical experts called Hero. I did not know that. Oh my god. Are you seeing this? By the way, Meg has asked me to leave the message. Exclamation Meg. Just to remind you all. That is true. Okay, well, so I have a problem, which is that those biters are not going to go down easy. And I have to build a tank before I can do anything else. Oh god. How do I build a tank again? Thanks so much for watching our Factorio Let's Play series. If you liked what you saw, I would really appreciate a like on the video. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, for more Factorio. Bye-bye.